So why do some people climb Mount Everest? Well, the saying used to be because it's there.
But a Monmouth County man has a different answer. Jim Raffone is going to climb it for his son, Jamesy. Jim has done other fundraising events, but now he's climbing partway up Everest because his son has a rare, deadly form of muscular dystrophy. Now, most people with it only can expect to see their early 20s. Jim does not accept that.
What would you do to get the attention of strangers if your child was dying of a terminal disease with no cure?
We will not stop till we find a cure, baby! Until we find a cure for Duchenne muscular dystrophy, we will not stop.
Wow. His organization, Jar of Hope, raising money for a clinical trial to find a cure.
And Jim Raffone joins us now. First of all, Jim, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to talk about Duchenne.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about what that is, what Duchenne muscular dystrophy is?
Unfortunately, it's a pediatric terminal muscle wasting disease that's been around for 200 years and to date does not have a cure yet. That's what we are trying to eradicate with the help of the University of Florida. We have a clinical trial that is about to kick off if we can raise $750,000. And that's what led us to climb to the base camp of Mount Everest.
Yeah. So, Jim, you have an organization called Jar of Hope, right? We mentioned it at the top here. How much money do you hope to raise by climbing up Everest? And is there a use for the funds that the Jar of Hope is actually targeting?
So our goal is to raise $150,000 when we started, and I'm proud to say to date we raised about $126,000.
Wow.
So we're really excited to get to where we got to go, but we are going to be giving the funds to the University of Florida, where they have a clinical trial that's about to start with 12 children, but we do need to raise $750,000. So that's why we're doing this epic climb.
And you've done so many different fundraising events to try to come up with those funds. But how did you come up with the idea to climb Mount Everest?
So unfortunately, given that this disease nobody really has ever heard of, it's been around for 200 years. And if I did a regular 5K, we would never get the media support that we would need to raise $750,000. So what's the most epic thing on the planet to do but to climb the tallest point in the world, and that's Mount Everest.
My goodness. So you and your team, Jim, you're leaving next week. Now, you mentioned you're climbing to the base camp, right? But give people, that's not an easy task either. I mean, that's still pretty darn high up. How high is it, and how are you preparing for that?
So Mount Everest is 18,000 feet. It's approximately, say, 8 Freedom Towers. That's how tall this point is on Earth. And, we're going to climb it for these boys who potentially would never be able to climb it on their own.
Yeah, I mean, it takes some time to adjust to that altitude then. I mean, so how are you going to do that? And how much climbing? Do you even have climbing experience?
I have zero climbing experience, but this is about the boys because we're running out of time. Every child who has Duchenne is on a limited time. So it's really a race against time to find a cure because by 12 years old, they lose the ability to walk. And then by 15, potentially, they lose the ability to use their arms. So given that my son just turned 13, we're really in a race against time.
I mean, people always say you go to the ends of the earth for your children. You're literally going to above the ends of the earth to find a cure here. Does Jamesy, I guess, know about the disease and its prognosis? Because in the video that we saw in the short clip, he seems so positive.
He has an amazing outlook on life, and that's what really pushes me to do what I do, to help him keep that outlook on life. But no, he doesn't know exactly what he has.
Yeah. How is he doing?
He's well. Unfortunately, he's lost the ability to walk, which is really hurtful. It's very, very painful to see your child go through something like this. So to deal with the pains and the suffering that we may go through by climbing Everest, it's nothing. It pales in comparison to what he goes through on a daily basis.
Jim, how can people, I mean, it's all about raising the money, right? So just throw it out there. We can't say it enough. So how can people help?
Please, if everybody could go to jarofhope.org and make a donation on his behalf and other children, that would be fantastic. We really need your help.
Well, we are so feeling how difficult this must be as his parent. And he knows you're doing this for him, right?
He does. One of the first things he said to me when he realized where I was going was, "You do realize people die up there, Dad?"
Oh my goodness. Jim, we are with you every step of the way, okay? And I have no doubt you're going to reach your goal, and that people who are watching right now are gonna do everything they can to help you reach that goal, because you're an incredible father. So good luck on the climb, okay?
Thank you very much. And if I can just give a nice shout out to the boys at St. John Vianney Baseball who have been supporting us and this climb. I'm really grateful to see young men support their peers. It's really beautiful. So thank you.
Yeah, we wish you all the best, and Jamesy as well. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
And if you at home would like to donate or find out more about Duchenne muscular dystrophy, you can go to jarofhope.com.
Wow.